On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This brown sesh will upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no. Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah! We are off and rolling. My voice is not ready yet. Good morning! Welcome, one and all, to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We are presented by BetUS.com. Hey, sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back in our 30th year of action with live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service. We got it all. And when you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Oh, man. Today we got the playmaker joining us, talking all kinds of stupidness in the expansion. We'll get to all of that. Tim Anderson's been suspended for 6 games. We'll get to that. Brock Purdy will not play in the preseason opener. No surprise there. We'll talk about that. The playmaker will join us. And the guys from the David 3000 Network, David St. Dennis and Jason DeCanio, will join to talk baseball on our Tuesday baseball chat. Let's not waste any more time. Here's the Whip Around presented by Fanatics. We start in Baltimore, where Major League Baseball announcers express outrage at the reports of Orioles suspending TV voice Kevin Brown. The Orioles have been one of the best baseball stories this year, going from a 110-loss team 2 years ago to one with the best record in the American League. According to multiple reports, the Orioles suspended play-by-play announcer Kevin Brown after he made a comment in a pregame segment on July 23rd about the club's poor history on the road against Tampa Bay. Brown pointed out, and an on-screen graphic reflected, that the O's were 0-15-1 in their last 16 series at Tropicana Field, and they had won just as many games there this season as they have the previous 3 seasons combined. Okay, what's the problem with that? Brown called that game a 5-3 Orioles win, but he was not in the booth for the next series at Philadelphia. He moved to the radio for the Philly series due to an issue with another announcer. When the Orioles returned home, however, Brown was completely off the air with no official explanation from the team. Wow. So a couple of facts were spit out about the Orioles' tough time in Tampa Bay, and he gets suspended. People, quit being sensitive when it comes to facts, will you please? Just quit. I'd say it my wife's way, but I get in trouble. ACC explores adding Stanford and Cal. ACC Mountain West schools are in the mix for Pac-12 schools. Yikes. The Pac-12, the Pac-10 is dead. Absolutely, emphatically, and you're muted, Cole Johnson. Dead. Just
I ain't said a word.
Oh, okay. There you are. The playmaker will join us next, and we'll get to all this. Carson. Next. Folks, he can relate with the Astros Dusty Baker, the oldest manager to win a World Series.
Former commander.
I told you about Tim Anderson. Next.
Oh.
Georgia is the unanimous number one. Michigan has the highest preseason ranking, and Michigan's going to get kicked in the ass again.
Former commander, former Colt, former Eagle. Yeah, Carson Wentz. And and Biden decided to throw an old joke at Dusty Baker. And Georgia.
Say that again. Just say his name again. Dusty Baker.
Yeah, Dusty Baker. And yes, Georgia number one. They should be number one. They're back-to-back national champs.
Michigan, and they got this preseason poll right. Because remember last year, even after Georgia won the national championship, they touted Alabama as number one, and Alabama got kicked in the ass twice, including an overtime loss at LSU.
Mm-hmm. And as for Michigan, y'all got some troubles. Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy about that. We'll expand on that now, but for now, that's the Whip Around presented by Fanatic. Even be remotely surprised that Georgia is the top team?
No, I'm not.
I'm not either. By the way, I did something wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the man you see on your screen, one of my best friends, my homie, my partner, and our executive producer, the one, the only, Call Sports with a Z. How are you doing this morning, partner?
I'm good. I'm good. I saw what went down the world of sports last night and early this morning, and I felt really good this morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You?
Same here. I radioized the Yordan Alvarez Game 6 home run call. I'll play that. Nice. I radioized it, and my wife saw me do it, and she's like, "Are you in the lab again?" Yes. Around what'd you say last week? I found it in my heart.
You found it in your heart. Okay, gotcha.
I found it in my heart to radioize that call.
I see.
Mm-hmm. So no surprise, Georgia's the number one team. Michigan will open at number 2, but they got some issues.
They're gonna sing like a rock. I mean, with Shimmy, and yes, that actually is his nickname, the son of Bo Schembechler. That is what they call him, Shimmy. With Shimmy, backing racist tendencies on Twitter, now X, and Jim Harbaugh screwing up recruiting. Yeah, Michigan, the program that was supposed to be on its way up to being the national power once again. The first time since we were in our mid-20s. It looks like it's going to take a big hit.
The last time they won the Rose Bowl, I believe, was 1997 when they beat Washington State.
Yeah.
And the only other time I saw Michigan near the top of the poll was 1985, and then they went to Iowa City and got beat by 4 field goals.
Yeah, I saw that game. 12-9. I saw that game.
12-10. 12-10.
10. Okay.
12-10 in front of 65,000 people when Kinnick Stadium had AstroTurf, decorated AstroTurf. Anybody who remembers what Kinnick Stadium was in 85, there was not a ticket to be had. This AstroTurf, it was cold, it was rainy, and Rob Houtland kicked 4 field goals. And Michigan hasn't been the same since.
No, they haven't.
They have not been the same since.
Hmm.
You know, there are people that still believe. Before we go to break, I got to make you laugh with this one. You know, there are people that still believe that the Texas Rangers will be dangerous.
Bitch, are you for real?
I had a friend send me a message saying the Rangers have won their 7th in a row. Congrats to them. And he said, I'm waiting for you to admit that the Rangers will be a problem in the postseason. You're going to be waiting a while, partner. You're going to be waiting a while. Because even though the Rangers are winning 7 in a row, it's August.
A problem to whom?
Well, apparently,
Okay.
I have to use it in baseball the same way I use it in basketball. What are the two things that baseball analysts look at more often than anything else?
Well, definitely stats.
What?
And
Like I say in basketball.
but basketball
And
starts in stats. Definitely the baseball stats.
Mm-hmm. They've won 7 in a row. Okay, fine.
All right.
Who's to say that Houston won't win 7 in a row and snatch the division? Because remember, Houston didn't take the lead in the division last year until August.
Right.
Guess what month it is?
Yep. And I mean, the Astros were 5.5 games out of first place going into July, and they erased 5 of those 5.5 games. So in 1 month's time,
including two out of 3 against the Rangers in Houston.
In them, yeah. And then before then, 3 or 4 in Arlington. So what makes me think that the Rangers will be a problem when they have issues when they play the Astros? They have issues when they play the Rays, and they have issues when they play the Orioles. I'm like, no.
Listen, the Rangers are 3 full games ahead of the Astros on August 8th. Okay. If they were 3 full games ahead of the Astros on September 30th, then maybe.
Then we could talk. Yes.
We can talk. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it's August 8th. And they're going to see each other again.
Yeah. They are.
They're going to see each other again. So I'm not saying anything except here come the Astros. And you know what's great about the Astros? They're finally healthy.
Yeah. They finally healed. Actually, when they turned the calendar to August, that's when they were fully healthy.
That's the stupidest thing is for people to think that the Astros are not gonna catch the Rangers. All right, to think that they're not gonna catch the Rangers. Listen, I did the first game of that Rangers Astros series in Houston. The Rangers led by 3 runs twice.
Yeah.
3-0. Actually, 3 times. 3-0, 6-3, and then 9-6.
And they went to their hotel because they had 2 more games in that series. They went to the hotel room with them.
So, who's to say it won't happen again? Who's to say? Why won't and remember, August 11th through 13th, and I'm going to cover this series, they have to go to San Francisco, another hot team in Major League Baseball, in the National League. Mm-hmm. And they're in the process of catching and passing the Dodgers. September 4 through 6, they get Texas in Arlington.
Yep.
That will decide the division. Period. I hate to, Dana Reagan, I love you dearly, but I hate to say this. September 4 through 6 in Arlington, I expect by that time the Astros to be up in the division, and that series they'll put them away. And besides, Justin Verlander's back home.
No, granted. I think the Rangers can actually be a great wild card.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
As an American League power, no.
And as far as the national, we're going to talk baseball at the top of the second hour. As far as the National League West goes, a race that you and I talked about in the preseason.
Yeah, preseason. Mm-hmm.
Who'd I pick to win that division?
Yeah, you beat the Giants to win it.
You realize
And
they're
that's-
only 4 games back of the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not fully healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Scary stuff. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got the Playmaker, and we'll talk all kinds of expansion, reduction, and how NCAA football just died. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and the Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" "Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station. The Negro be lying." What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
That man, the Playmaker, Darnell Sollins, and he joins right now. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Playmaker.
Good morning.
How you doing?
He's ready to attack. Let's go to the Fanatic Feedback Zone really quick. Welcome to CSTV, and welcome to all those of you watching on CSTV. Ryan McCoffey with this is Good Morning Snow Crew. We're off and running. Yep. And
yeah,
say
stay
it.
off the rails.
Say it, Cole. Say it.
Oh, Lord. Fine. Wait. Black men talking baseball? Oh, no.
Same
Ryan, you're
reaction.
right. We're already off the rails. You know how?
How?
Because for some reason, Snowman deviated from what he normally does. He does the whip around because he know I'm already in the waiting room. He goes to break, then he comes me in. He does the whip around, and he spent 15 minutes talking about the Astros.
Correction. I spent 15 minutes talking baseball. And to repeat,
really saying around the Astros.
And to repeat this again.
Oh Lord! Wait, black men talking baseball? Oh no!
I'm not gonna get on you about that because I know the reason behind the reason why you do that. But anybody else, they'll look at it like black people always talk baseball.
I know. Now,
wait, it's a different story.
Hold on. Say it again, Playmaker.
Black people always talk baseball.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm not lying, Cole.
You a nut. I love you for that.
The only thing I've heard people of our hue talk more than anything is football and basketball.
I didn't say they talk only baseball.
No, I mean they never talk it.
They talk baseball.
No, they don't.
Trust me. Black people know the game of baseball.
I know they know the game of baseball. They don't.
They know the game of baseball. You know the thing is, they had a bad experience playing baseball.
I've had a bad experience. Listen,
come on. Every human being has a bad experience playing baseball.
Listen, I've had a bad experience playing I've had a bad experience playing baseball. I got cut from my frost-off team in high school. I got cut from the varsity team. And both times I was still with the team as their statistician. I was their statistician for 3 years.
Everybody has a bad time with baseball.
Of course, everybody has a bad time with baseball.
It is like what Barry Bonds said one time. He says, look, you get to celebrate having a 300 batting average. That means you have success 30% of the time at the plate, and you're considered elite if you do that.
Yep.
So that means seven of the other that means the other 7 times you fail.
Mm-hmm.
Black people rather get hit by somebody else than an object.
And that's why they talk about football, basketball, and hitting white people over with chairs.
You saw that? You saw that too?
Why you had to bring that?
You saw that too?
Yeah.
I mean, my friend Charles looked at that video. My friend Charles looked at that video and he said, "Bring on Jim Ross."
No, check this out though. So in Alabama, they posted on Instagram. There's a group of white and black people came together to react what happened, and this was funny.
Lord.
It was hilarious. They
reenacted this.
Yes, and you could. It was funny because it was like them reenacted made it look like it was wrestling. It's like
all we needed was that.
Go back to the Attitude Era when the NRA it just went bananas and everybody's fighting.
I cannot think of the name of the old ECW. I can't think of the name of the old ECW announcer. His name escapes me, but Joey Styles. Joey Styles. That name just hit me. Jim Ross and Joey Styles together on that.
Like they reenacted that jump, and people was like, "Dang, y'all ain't even let it slip up with the night for y'all reenact that." That jump was hilarious. I was like, "Wow."
Oh my gosh! Speaking of hilarious, to the end of the Pac-12.
Hold on, I gotta correct you, sir.
Whoa!
I gotta correct you,
yes, Playmaker.
Because before you went to break, you said college football is dead. College football is not dead. Okay?
No. College football's not dead, and we're not talking about that right now. We are talking about somebody in the media making a horrible decision.
Oh, good call.
How you say
Richard Sherman?
That's the title of the show.
Richard Sherman. Richard bleeping Sherman has joined Undisputed. And my only question is why?
Can I borrow from Snowman?
Please do.
Go ahead, Playmaker.
Richard Sherman is the new partner for Skip Bayless on Undisputed. Next.
That's perfect. That takes it.
Oh Lord.
Baker's. So now that we have Playmaker's thoughts, and yes, I know he's still foaming at the mouth because he wants to talk about the Pac-12. We're going to talk about that after the next commercial break.
I forgot. And Lil Wayne will be on every Fridays.
Yes.
Huh?
He'll be on once a week. Yes.
Timeout. Hold. Yes. He says hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field.
Yes, he's correct.
What?
Yes, he's correct. Yes, he's correct. Tunchi will be on Undisputed every Friday. Yes.
Repeating my question.
Starting September 1st. Yes.
Starting September 1st. Is that when Richard Sherman starts coming on also? September 1st?
No. They're due to come back August. No, they do to come back August 28th. So probably then.
Okay,
But,
and I repeat my question for both.
Mhm.
Why?
Because they need ratings. You know,
Which means, except for live games, FOX Sports Talk is dead.
Well, Drip Bayless needs to be relevant. Drip Bayless
Drip Bayless took 2 consecutive massive stanktacular What the hell is going on here?
But Drip Bayless is looking over to ESPN. He's seeing First Take, and he's seeing Stephen A. Smith or Negro Knight. Thank you, Cool McCain.
Thank you, Cool McCain.
Have a cavalcade of guest analysts come on the show. Not one that really stays all 5 days in the week. And I think the way this arrangement goes, I think Sherman is going to be not a permanent permanent host of the show, like with Shannon. He was on the show every day. From what I understand, I think Sherman is due to be on the show 50 to 100 times a year. And for those who need to understand how weekday programming works, figure in that they do 250 shows a year.
Yeah.
Speaking of Shannon, I want to have the talks between him and ESPN are going because Stephen A. already said he wants Shannon Sharp.
Now, the reason why I say that Richard Sherman made a big mistake, the reason why I say that Richard Sherman made a huge mistake is because about 10 years ago, he trashed Skip Bayless on TV.
Yes, he did.
And I'm not saying he was wrong in what he said. And
Oh,
I'm
that
not
was on
saying,
First Take.
yeah. And I'm not, I'm not saying that they wouldn't form a chemistry and it won't work. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying from the standpoint of what is the benefit of having your name being attached onto a sinking ship?
And it is indeed a sinking ship.
That's
it is
why
indeed a sinking ship.
That's why I don't really feel this might be great for Richard. No.
No.
And yes, I get
I was
I get
something, but I'm gonna save it for the next segment.
and I get it. Yeah. Oh, and it ties in because Sherman is a graduate of Stanford, which is now a almost former program of the Pac-12. But I digress. So we know of Mr. Sherman
with a quick right hook.
So we know of Richard Sherman as a guy
Tiger uppercut
who can elocute points. He's intelligent. He prides himself on this, and he's doing a pretty good job on the NFL Network, being one of the studio analysts there on the Thursday night program.
Amazon.
Amazon. Thank you. I'm sorry. Amazon. Thank you. Amazon. Thank you. Doing their Thursday night coverage.
He's still doing that.
Oh, I know he's still doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying he's doing a good job. I didn't say he's done a good job. He's doing a good job as that. I'm not saying he needs to just continue to only do that. And I get that he wants to broaden his palette. I don't think he'll broaden his palette there.
But why there?
You got to start somewhere.
But why there? Why are you going to attach yourself to Drip Bayless? I said Bayless.
And the reason why I mentioned his nickname is Wise lovingly calls Skip Bayless Dripless.
This is for Wise. This is for Wise.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, see, yeah, he calls,
and even Wise delivers a
Tiger uppercut
with that.
Yeah, he does.
But I don't get why Richard Sherman is attaching himself to him.
If he's being promised that he's going to take over the show, and Skip is about to retire, and
then
he basically like a sports version of what happened in the Today Show when you had Brian Gumbel go on the show with Jane Pauley, and then Jane Pauley decides to retire and get off the show, and the format turned to him being the lead guy for the program until he left. Now, if it's a situation like that, then okay, then I can say that is actually a good move. Mr. Bayless strikes me as a guy that's going to stay there until they throw dirt in his face. He's not going to pass a torch. He's not going to bow gracefully.
What torch? He let that sumbitch burn out. What torch?
Yeah.
There is no torch to be passed from him to whomever. He's going to stay there until he croaks.
Yeah.
Bayless passing the torch.
Stop the cap.
Yeah.
Bayless passing the torch to someone with actually more knowledge than he.
Stop the cap.
Well, then that'll never happen.
Oh no. He wants to keep saying,
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
But then Richard Sherman is going to show out, and bury him quite a few times. So
if the experience with Shannon didn't teach him anything, I mean, he might be in for the same treatment if Sherman does similar moves, and I think he can do similar moves that Sharp has done.
Yeah. Listen, and Richard Sherman already has the Richard Sherman podcast, and I'm a faithful listener to that. That's a great podcast.
So he's already making those inroads, right? Yeah, so he's already making those inroads.
So if he doesn't last at Fox Sports, he already has his exit strategy. He's got the NFL Network, and he has his podcast. So this is a test. I think this is a test of the waters for him. Let's take a break. When we come back, the Pac-12 is dead.
And no, this is not Nas.
No. Not even close. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
The following is a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
Wise El Jefe, the incomparable Wise El Jefe.
Yeah.
You should not be playing that right now.
Why?
Yeah, we should.
Why should we not be playing that right now?
What happened to the Yankees yesterday, Snowman?
I was asleep.
Your White Sox took care of them.
5-1. 5-1. And this is minus Tim Anderson, who's out with a suspension. To the
Who got embarrassed, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So the White Sox beat the Yankees.
I mean, when I say embarrassed, I mean the announcer embarrassed him.
He got thoroughly embarrassed.
Yeah, you're right, Tom.
And he should be.
Let me see. So the White Sox beat the Yankees 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
At the risk of angry my partner. Next.
You're not going to anger me with that because that's how I felt. I was asleep. I got the score this morning. My question too is why? I love you, Tom, for that.
I mean,
why is
embarrassed Tim Anderson? I was like,
why?
Not the fact that he got dropped, which he did, but the way the announcer said it.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's straight embarrassment.
That was beautiful. Yeah, that's
right.
Yo,
you enjoyed that.
Yes,
I did too.
Yes, that's right, Tom. Every Friday, Skip Bayless is going to be joined by Young Moolah, baby. Stay off the lean.
Oh, God. Tom says, little who?
Only Coach Johnson can mess Lil Wayne and Stephen A together.
Why are we? Can you imagine that? I love this. The Pac-12 acted snobbish.
They did, Julian.
They did.
And we are going to touch on. that. Yes, yes, they did.
And what killed the Pac-12?
You talking about? You gonna touch on a certain subject that I had to keep posting all over on the weekend?
Yes, you're gonna give free reign to go off on the Pac-12.
Like,
yes, sir.
Really, cause Cole can tell you, like my Saturday and Sunday was all college football.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Except for Saturday night, because that was a big event.
Yeah, SummerSlam, right?
That was SummerSlam. Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to that in the late hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I'm gonna start off with the quote that I put on social media.
And it said,
what, sir? Quote.
The Pac-12 is being picked apart swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
Close quote. Yes, it is.
It surely is.
And as I said, the Pac-12 is a cadaver, and the Big Ten and the Big 12 are vultures picking at it.
Oh yeah.
So let me.
Clean.
So we was already a year or two in, knowing that the LA school was going to the Big Ten anyway.
Yeah. And we touched on this yesterday. That was the beginning, the end of the Pac-12, and we should have seen that. We should have seen it then.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that, but let's leave them two out of it, Okay, because they've been made a decision.
We will leave
They've
USC
been
and
made it.
UCLA
They made it years ago. They made it years ago.
Yeah. We will leave USC and UCLA out of this.
We get to the end of July.
Although I still will maintain we should have seen the handwriting on the wall, seeing them actually make the decision.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying not maintain. I'm just saying.
The
I'm going by timing. They've been made their decisions. Okay?
Right.
It was just them two, and nobody else was following suit.
Right.
It's like a year.
I think they made that decision. I think they made that decision, quite honestly, after COVID happened. After COVID, they made that decision.
That's what I'm saying. This before they announced it. That's what I mean when I say it was over when they left. I mean when they actually made the decision, not when it was announced. Because I think they made the decision long before their announcement.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave the LA schools out of this because they've been determined their fates.
Yes.
Okay.
Before everybody else.
Okay.
We get to the end of July. You know, Deion is coming to Colorado. Everybody's hyped.
He's already
see
what
made
a splash in Colorado for last 6
and then
months,
all of a sudden, Colorado decides to go back home.
We got to go.
Yep.
To the Big 8. 12.
To the Big 8.
We're going home. We're going back to the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you who didn't pay attention to the Snowman, the Brian Snow show, go back and listen because you talked about it on the Brian Snow show that I was happening to watch.
Sure did.
Okay. Man, you can feel some type of way about it, but what they always say, home is where the heart is, right?
Yep.
Home is where the heart is. So, you know, I'm like, okay, they're going home. Good.
The part I love about what you just said, though, is you had a Pac-12 school talk about Colorado's defection from the Pac-12 to the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's right on that one, but we'll move on. So this was, I believe, July 27th, I believe, that when Colorado officially made their announcement of going back home.
That's correct.
And this is the time I need y'all to know. Because y'all know the schools that are leaving. Let me tell you how it started. After Colorado made their announcement, the Pac-12 couldn't get a TV deal done.
Nope.
Then Oregon and Washington said, let's go to the Big 10. And then following that, the Big 12, when nobody knew, the Big 12 already had invited Arizona. Nobody knew Arizona was leaving. Nobody knew at
all.
No, Arizona dropped the bomb.
Yeah,
Arizona dropped the bomb.
They dropped
and in 2 days time.
Yeah,
and in 2 days time.
Yeah.
In less than 2 days time, Arizona's gone.
Yeah, the Pac-12 was
nobody knew.
Pac-12 was like with Arizona. You dropped the bomb on me.
Yep.
Baby. You dropped the bomb on me. But you turning me on, babe. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So let me keep. So TV deal not done.
Yep.
Oregon,
Pac-12 crapped on their TV deal. Yes.
We going to the Big 10. Arizona going to the Big 12.
We'll put a bookmark on Oregon for a second. But go ahead, sir.
Okay. So remember, no TV deal. Oregon and Washington State leaving. Arizona's going into the Big 12.
Oregon and Washington leaving. Oregon and Washington leaving.
No, that's what I'm saying. Oregon and Washington was going to the Big 10. I'm going in order high. I'm going in the chronological order. Okay. No TV deal. Oregon and Washington to the Big 10. Arizona to the Big 12 that nobody knew about. And then all of a sudden,
surprise.
Arizona State,
Utah. Big 12, here we go. Pac-12, bye-bye.
It's like, okay.
They joined their rivals, yes.
And then the announcement, they unanimously voted in Utah and Arizona State to the Big 12.
Yeah.
Now, what's the key word you used again, Playmaker?
Unanimously. You unanimously voted them in.
Now, here's the funny part. Here's the funny thing that gets me with the Pac-12. Because Cole will tell you this. Because when I posted it and Cole responded, I said they better talk to the Mountain West.
Yeah. Yep. The Pac-12 should talk with the Mountain West.
And then the reports came. They are talking to the Mountain West.
But
here's the last report that came.
Hit them with it.
Hit them.
The Pac-12 ask the ACC
There we
if
go.
they wanted Cal and Stanford.
That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Right there. Keep
Not the ACC asking for Cal and Stanford. The Pac-12 offering Cal and Stanford to the ACC.
I'm gonna do a Luther Van. I'm gonna do a Luther Vandross. Right. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Yeah.
Stanford and California.
Keep
to
it
the
right
ACC.
there. Keep it right
And
there.
And they're trying to hand them off like Theismann to Riggins in Super Bowl 17.
This tells me that the Pac-12 knows their fate is done.
This tells
Forget
me
a doggone merger. Forget a merger. They know. They know the conference is done.
They know they're done.
Human Cole Johnson, let me inject some Roman Reigns in here. You not gonna fight for this? This don't mean anything to you?
No.
Solo. I'm sorry, my bad.
It doesn't. Look how they're acting.
Unfortunately, Playmaker, it does not mean anything to them. I mean, it's as if the
they
prestige and the
don't
history and the
get-
tradition that they have built with the conference is just left with every team that has gone either to the Big 10 or the Big 12.
Mm-hmm. Every team. Every single team. So the Big 10 is going to have what? 16 teams? 18.
Big 10 gonna have 18. The Big 12 is gonna have 16.
16. Yeah, Big 12 16 and Big 10 has 18. But
And the SEC has how many?
I think currently 16. Right?
Currently 14.
I'm sorry, currently 14. I'm sorry.
But they're gonna have
I
16.
already put Oklahoma and Texas in there. Yeah,
They're
There'll
going to
be
have
16 when Oklahoma
Texas and Oklahoma joins.
Right. And I personally think I don't think the SEC is done expanding because I think they're probably
hell no.
calling Florida State and Miami to have
If they
them
haven't
come
called-
in.
if they haven't called them already.
and dangle dangle the carrot, Playmaker. You know, you can actually have a rivalry with Florida. You can keep it because we're talking about Florida State. You can keep it because you all play each other at the end of every November anyway. We can hype that up to the hill. That'd be one of our big time rivalry games.
That'll be rivalry weekend, and plus it's a conference game.
Mm-hmm. You know
And
that's the
plus
carrot.
Listen,
You
they've
know
already
that's the carrot.
called. I
Yeah.
can guess they've already called Florida State.
The Big 10 did.
Well, I know the Big 10 did too. And
I'm thinking the SEC is going to be in line to call them.
Yeah, if they haven't already.
If they if they haven't
I'm
already.
gonna get to the ACC in a minute because there's only one way that the ACC can save itself. There's only one way, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But the Pac-12, like, how do you go from their reports of you talking to the Mountain West, not even 24 hours later? I don't even think not even 12 hours later, you offering Cal and Stanford to the ACC.
Because I think the
Mountain West slammed the door.
I think this is what happened. So Mountain West, you want to get together with us in the with the Pac-12? I mean, we got Washington State, Oregon State. What's some other two program? Oh yeah, we got Cal, we got Stanford.
Hell no, to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Think about it. We have the Hartford of the West Coast. We got Silicon Valley locked down, and Oregon State and Washington State. They're good programs.
Hell no, to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Here's my thing.
About the rivalries of Washington State and Boise State.
Here's my thing.
You got Cal and the bottom.
Hell no, to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Like, this is
That is how the Mountain West has responded to Pac-12.
And if that's the case, then they are two-faced as well.
I'm not saying
Because you've been clamoring for notoriety and be on a bigger stage. This is your best opportunity right here.
Here's the problem, though. The Mountain West, and I think this is actually smart of them. They're looking at the Pac-12. They're like, what big stage do you have? I mean, it would be great if USC was still part of this, if UCLA was still part of this, if Oregon was still a part of this. But you got Cal, Stanford, Washington State, and Oregon State. Okay, so you got tradition. You can tout. What tradition? There isn't any left.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I got it back over now because I actually killed that last tradition. And I had to go back and forth with somebody on Facebook because they was mad at me because I destroyed the Pac-12 tradition.
I mean, because now the only Pac-12 tradition they have remaining is the Cal Stanford game.
Actually, no. What I killed was, and I think Snowman's going to enjoy this. So, somebody's mad at me because, like all the old heads, what about tradition and the rivalries and all this? This is over. Like the Pac-12. I said, the Pac-12 is known as the Conference of Champions, right? Lane, the last time that Pac-12 was dominant, his response was, he gave me one school, Stanford.
And Stanford.
And with Stanford, he gave me men's gymnastics championship.
About to say women's basketball team.
He gave me a women's water polo championship.
They were the softball finalists.
No, that was Florida State.
No. I mean, I know they, or not.
No, he was going off this year. He was going off.
Oh, this year. Oh, okay, this year. Okay.
Oh dear.
I was like, really? This is what you gonna bring to the argument here?
Here's all right. Here is the most important stat.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know Oregon has gone for the national championship since the year I'm about to mention, and they came away empty. But the last time a Pac-12 school won anything of significance was 2004, with USC trouncing Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. And I'm so sorry. That now does not count.
And that was a shared national championship.
Mm-hmm.
That was a shared
Reggie
title.
Bush still running right now?
Yes. Reggie Bush, hello. Yes. And the last time they were relevant was the
Actually,
next
I
year.
take that back. That was not a shared
No, it wasn't a shared championship.
It was 2003 that was a shared championship with USC and
USC and LSU.
I said the last time the Pac-12 was dominant was what, the 80s and 90s?
No, seriously. No, seriously. Last time it was the early 2000s. That was the last time.
I ain't talking about one. I'm talking about the entire conference. When you look at it, you're like, is somebody from that conference always in the running?
Yeah,
that would be basketball, and that would be 1997.
If you're talking football, though, you're right.
Yeah.
When Snowman and I were in high school, that was the last time.
That's the last time the Pac-12 was dominant and in your face.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time.
But the last time the Pac-12 was relevant in any phrase, in any sort.
USC
and this is including when Arizona actually made their Final Four trips. 2005 when they lost to Texas and Vince Young in the Rose Bowl. That's the last time really that conference has been relevant.
I looked at
and that is now what? That is now what? 18 almost 18 years ago now?
And his response was the SEC and all these other conferences, they don't play each other. I looked at him and he brought up basketball. I said, did you not just what were you from the past decade when the ACC and the Big Ten was going at it? And that's in 24 years actually with them. And the SEC and the Big 12 going at it.
Yeah.
They just now reversed it because of the TV deal. That's the reason why we're getting the ACC and the SEC channels now.
Yeah.
Right.
Outside of that, you still be getting the ACC, Big 10, and the SEC and Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then got to the point I realized he ain't listening.
No,
because there's nothing you can say to me on why the SEC is dominant as it is. You know why the SEC is dominant as it is? Because the SEC is in the running in almost every freaking sport.
Yep.
They're in the running in every sport, but they're in the run. But they are the king of the sport that matters the most: football.
Mm-hmm.
They're the kings of football.
They're the kings.
They're the kings of football,
you got
that draws the most
team
money.
At least in Elite A in the men's basketball, You got a women's championship who come from the SEC in women's basketball.
And the reason why,
you just had
go ahead,
men's baseball teams in a world championship series.
Yep.
Everywhere you turn, there's an SEC team in the running.
LSU in Florida.
And all that is great, and you're right. All that is wonderful. Here's how this breaks down. The Big Ten, they want to be what the SEC is. They want to be the kings of football.
Yep.
And that is why you had Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and USC jump to that conference. Now, the reason why you have
TV deal too.
Well, of course. I mean, again, and I'm going to get to that point in a minute. Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona State, they left to the Big 12 because they're trying to get that basketball back.
Yeah,
and I don't blame them for it.
And it's a fat ass
getting
basketball
bigger.
bag.
It's getting bigger.
Now a fat ass basketball.
The top 4 teams in the Pac-12 went to the Big 10. Your next tier below them just went to the Big 12.
Went to the Big 12.
And the reason why I say the Big 12 won in this is it's now saying to me the basketball money is getting a little bit on the ridiculous side now, because now
it's going to be even more with these teams joining new company. It's going to be even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's
now
going to be even bigger.
Now you can compete in basketball monetarily, and that's what this is telling me.
You know why the Pac-12 lost money in basketball? Because they held their tournament in Las Vegas instead of Los Angeles.
Which they used to.
And they lost money in football because the Pac-12 championship the last 2 years was in Las Vegas, and they didn't get a sellout crowd. And I spoke on this recently, and I'll do it again this afternoon. The Pac-12 lost money in their football championship, holding their championship game at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas instead of in their backyard, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
You know how funny that is? The last game that was held at your stadium, Snowman, who won that championship?
I didn't repeat your question again.
The last Pac-12 championship game held at your stadium.
That was held in Levi's Stadium.
Oregon
won it.
Yeah,
so
Oregon.
Pac-12, I remember Stanford won it 1 year.
Yep.
I think Oregon won it twice, right?
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
You move to Vegas, only one team has won it.
Utah.
And they did it back to back.
And they killed.
Not only did it back to back, they smashed Oregon the first time, but they smashed USC.
And they smashed USC. And again, no sellout crowd in Vegas.
Why do they?
You could easily.
I get it. It's new. You always want to jump. You always want to be the first to jump on something new. It is Las Vegas. It is Sin City for a reason.
Well,
Sin City and college football don't mix.
Well, they sure don't.
Well,
they
if
sure
you're
don't.
If you're going to use a casino reference, it looks like the Pac-12 crapped out.
Oh yeah, they rolled snake eyes
by being in. Yeah, they rolled snake eyes by getting in bed in Las Vegas.
That's why it's gonna be interesting to see how the Super Bowl gonna look in Vegas.
That's gonna be a different story.
That's gonna be.
Although
in a good way, that's gonna be hell in a handbasket for the city of Las Vegas because they're gonna bring in a ton of money.
Although I still don't think that the NFL should be in bed with Las Vegas. I think they can handle it. NCAA, on the other hand, I don't think so.
And that's why the Final Four would never play Allegiant Stadium. Ever. They will never play Allegiant Stadium. We're at the top of the hour. Here's our call of the day presented by Cricket Wireless. And we go back to January 1st, 2006. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
4-5, the national championship on the line. He's going for the corner. He's got it. It's his scores. Vince Young scores.
That's one call from Keith Jackson. Here's Craig
All
Way.
the dreams, all the hopes for the national championship come down to this play. Young from the shotgun. Back to throw. Vince looks under pressure. He'll tuck it in and run. Vince to the 5. Young, touchdown Texas. Touchdown Vince Young. He's done it again. Vince Young has given the Longhorns the lead with 19 seconds to play in the game.
This is an incredible individual effort.
My good buddy Craig Way providing the call.
I was about to say. I was surprised he actually had a voice when Young scored, and then
You know what? I talked to Craig. I talked to Craig about that, and he told me that's one of the few times like that during the game he lost his voice because it just kept getting better. That game just kept getting better and better and better.
You know the crazy thing is, Vince Young ain't even celebrate.
No. He just walked to the sideline. Everybody's going nuts.
Everyone's going
It's
crazy.
19 seconds.
Everybody in burnt orange in the crowd of 90 plus thousand. Let me look up that crowd number. 90 plus thousand at the Rose Bowl.
Maybe bordering 100, but I'd say at least 90.
It's 19 seconds left. You just put your team up.
And you
93,988.
Yeah, I was about to say
In the row, 93,988, and Vince Young is just calmly walking to the sideline. Just calmly walking.
Your team is 19 seconds away from national championship. Yeah,
and he's just calmly walking to the sideline, and he knows there's 19 seconds left. That game produced about, I'd say, 800 yards of offense, at least 800 yards of offense. While I got this in front of me, and before we go to the second hour, 800 yards, at least 800 yards of offense. And to think Lindale White opened the scoring. Matter of fact, I said 800 yards of offense. I was way off.
More than that.
Close to 1,200 yards of offense.
That's more like
1,130 yards of total offense in that game. 556 for Texas, 574 for USC.
Yeah, defense did not.
1,100 yards of offense, man.
Yeah, defense
You know why?
both defenses didn't say a chance that
Texas
game.
was looking to stop number 5, and number 21 was having the game of his life.
Lindale White, 20 carries, 124 yards, and 3 scores. But Vince Young carried the ball 19 times for 200 yards. That is back to, and Vince Young is the only player to do this in Rose Bowl history, back to back 200-yard rushing games.
Yeah.
Back to back 200-yard rushing games.
He loved that field. But he loved
he did.
All right.
All right, let me confirm
I'm
it.
gonna do this.
Let me confirm it.
Yeah, because he rushed for 200 yards against Michigan in the Rose Bowl before.
Yeah, back to back 200-yard games, and that game was 93,468 in that one.
When they smacked Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out what happened to Michigan.
That.
Yeah, that was not. All right, we're gonna take a break. And
Yep.
Ryan, get it ready. Guess what? This will be more baseball talk.
You're damn right. And I got a special call of the day that I promised Cole. We go to hour 2. It's actually 5 after the hour. Let's take our halftime break, and we'll come back with hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning in a deuce.
All right.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2, the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2, the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2 was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now.
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I am Cole Johnson. I'm not the Snowman, obviously. I am joined, as we always join every Tuesday, by the one, the only, the hardest content creator I know, the Playmaker. And coming aboard, as he always does at the top of the second hour on Tuesday, is this man.
The following is a public service announcement from David 3000.
Yankees suck.
This has been a public service announcement from David 3000.
I have arrived.
David St. Dennis, a.k.a. David 3000. It is a pleasure to have you back, sir. Yes, you have arrived.
Where's our Snowman? Where do you go?
He had to take a break. He'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
So, what is on your heart for now? Because I got a feeling you might not be liking things.
Liking
Yeah.
things are not going well in the state of Massachusetts right now.
Well, all I say is that is the roster and the drama that's everything going on with this Red Sox team. As you probably guys know, the Red Sox, you know, got swept by the Toronto Blue Jays after their West Coast trip for uh, San Francisco and Seattle. They lost both those series, and now they got swept for Toronto. And last night they had a walk-off grand slam, but it's only game one. I mean, yes, that is a great moment for Red Sox Nation, but it's not. It doesn't feel right at the moment because we are still struggling. Now, what I mean by that is pitching. This roster cannot go to the playoffs as it is right now. Heim Bloom did not get anything at the trade deadline. Okay, we have zero pitching help come from the trade deadline. They could have gotten Tristan Fernandez. They could have gotten Aaron Rodriguez or Lance Lynn. Okay, they could have gotten one of those three pitchers to help for the starting rotation because why? We only have like two starting pitchers right now. That is Brian Beto. Can you guess the other one? Cole? If you know this Red Sox team, can you guess the other one?
Can't actually.
James Paxton.
Oh, okay.
Those are the only two starting pitchers that can actually go 5-6 innings, and I don't have any coffee, but thank you. Anyway, so like the other three, pitchers are hurt. We are hurt right now. We don't have any bullpen, help as well, and this is a roster that cannot compete for the postseason because we are 5.5 games back in the wild card right now, if I'm correct, and we are.
The Yankees are 5.5. Y'all are 5 back.
Well, see, there's a silver lining right there. You're ahead of the Yankees.
Yeah. Well, at least we're in fourth place, but it's back and forth. This is the most toughest division in the AL East. Okay, and as for the wild card, I mean, I don't know if we can even get the wild card because, like, this roster right now, we can't score that many runs. We can't have good defense because defense is key. That's why we got rid of Kike Hernandez. With all due respect for him, what the great things he did with the Red Sox in the past few years, like 2021, for example, that was his only good year. He's been struggling. He was struggling at the plate, and now he went back home to the Los Angeles Dodgers and back to sleep. The Red Sox right now, they don't have any pitching. They don't have any pitching. They don't have any pitching help. Heim Bloom said we're underdogs, okay, and we are 2-4 since then, okay, and he said underdogs, and the Red Sox said, "Oh, we're gonna use this as motivation. We only won 2 games since then, okay. We
I'm
don't
looking
have
at
any
the
pitching help.
schedule. This is not pretty. I
We
mean,
have
for
Kansas
y'all
City right
to make a move, you got to get rid of Kansas City. You got to get rid of Detroit and the Washington Nationals. After that, we talking Yankees. We talking Astros, Dodgers.
Yeah, and with
Another
that
series with the
schedule,
Yankees, Rays, the Orioles, who seem like they can't lose.
except for their broadcaster, except for their
That's about the only
broadcaster that got
they took.
that got fired or suspended, excuse me, for no reason. I mean, why Heim Bloom? My question is, why he didn't get anybody from the trade deadline? Because he's worried that for the future, we have to he was afraid of getting rid of prospects or something around that lines that would help us in the future. But you're supposed to do that because you're supposed to give us pitching help at least. Because look at the schedule that we have coming up. It's not easy, and that's why I'm still gonna watch the Red Sox from time to time, but I'm not gonna follow as closely as before because look at the schedule, look at their roster. If you're a diehard Red Sox fan, you know the pitching, you know the players. Garrett Whitlock is hurt. Chris Sale is hurt. Um, Tanner Hawk is hurt. And then now they got rid of DFA. Christian Royal. They, which they added who Ramirez, but that's the only play that they is good that they got for. But they didn't add anything for the starting rotation. We need starting pitchers to help us, and that's what the Red Sox clubhouse said. I swear Rafael Devers said that. And a lot of players said that. We need starting pitching help. And what did Bloom did? He did nothing when it comes to that. Zero. Yeah. And I hate these goddamn bullpen opener games that Alex Cora does because every time that he does that, we lose because we use up our bullpen. And look what happened yesterday. We used up all of our pitchers. On Sunday, excuse me. We used up all our pitchers, and we had, I think, I forgot his name, but a position player, for the ninth inning. That's how bad it is because the Blue sorry, go ahead.
This is different from what typical Red Sox team. Because one thing I knew about the Red Sox, especially when they was running champions, they had starting pitching.
They don't because
they had guys
hurt.
that
That's
can
why.
go 7-8 innings.
Yeah. Do the Red Sox move on from Alex Cora when the season if they don't make the wild card? That's a good
the way
question.
David talking, he don't got no faith in them making a wild card.
Yeah, because we are hurt right now, and also speaking of Alex Cora, he put openers for the Blue Jays series for the second and third game. And we got swept because of that. You knew this series was going to be big. And he decided to have an opener for those two games. Could you at least bring a starting pitcher from AAA that can help you, that is a top prospect or something? You could have done that. But no. You have to do the Tampa Bay Rays way and have an opener, and that didn't work. Okay? That was a big series. You know how deep that Blue Jays lineup is, and it gets swept because of, not only because of the bullpen, okay, but Reese McGuire. Oh boy. What he did this past Saturday made me so mad. You know what happened? Connor Wong hit a fly ball, a well hit ball to that field that came out here at the track. Reese McGuire thought it was gone with one out. He was running to third. He was on his way to third base, celebrating. Got run up to a double play, lose by 4. That's what the Red Sox is right now. Every time they come back from behind, every time they rally, I've seen these games, both home and away, when they come back from behind to tie it up. Woohoo! They lose at the end.
Go ahead, Cole. You can go ahead and jump in here.
So, for my how is this roster, the underdog roster, quote unquote, is supposed to give us hope for the playoffs? How with this roster?
Speaking of,
what?
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of which, actually, from the Fanatics Feedback Zone, Ryan asked a serious question. He says, "Do the Red Sox move on from Alex Cora after this season? Should they not make the wild card?"
Yep. I was gonna. Yeah. That is actually a very tough question. Because much as I like Alex Cora for what he did back in 2018, as for bringing the title to Boston, he knows how this White Sox club works since 2000. Since he was there in 2018. I mean, this is a really tough question because much as I like the guy and I want him to stay for long term, I don't know what his contract is. But honestly, the Red Sox need to do something. Either get rid of Alex Cora or Chaim Bloom next season. One of those two guys they need to get rid of, okay? Because, something needs to change, especially for the front office, the coaching that made Reese McGuire celebrate and thought he was gone and got to the double play and lose 5-4 versus Toronto. That was one of the worst, and this is what Alex Cora said. That was one of the worst days in this Red Sox organization this past Saturday because let's just say one of the players didn't show up on time, and that was Alex Verdugo. And I'm just like, and Alex Verdugo lied about it too, and they're on in the post game show. He said, they asked him, "Were you here on time?" He said, "Yes," and I'm just like, Alex Cora literally just said that one guy wasn't available, and I'm quoting him on that. So this Red Sox team,
wow,
is in not in good shape right now. Even the Yankees, which,
Speaking of which, a certain Yankees fan has just entered the chat.
I was about to say yes.
Oh yes,
even the Yankees.
There's a fellow, I don't know his name, Wilfredo Otero. I don't know who he is. He says, "Hello, gentlemen." Of course I know who he is. How you doing, brother? I'm glad everything's good.
Why is all heavy? That's who he is.
Yeah.
But now here's my thing. Like, going into next season, are the Red Sox gonna do something in the offseason? Because they got whatever Sander Bogarts. Chris Sale's contract is about to come up. Justin Turner, who knows what's going to happen with him? The leader in the clubhouse. I know Rafael Devers is going to stay for the next decade, but that's not the point. Our pitchers, starting with Taysom, their contract situation, what's going to happen next year? We need, this is what I'm worried. This is my worst fear going into next season. Everybody who has 1-year contracts, for this season or whatever, gets moved elsewhere. And what's going to happen to our roster? Are we going to be the New York Mets 2.0? What's going to happen here? I want to ask you guys this because Chaim Bloom, he hasn't done a goddamn splash to this team since Trevor's story. He hasn't done anything since. The only thing I was happy about was Justin Turner coming, but there was 1-year contract. Same with Kenny Jensen. He's our closer for this team, but what is our closer going to be like for next season? Are we going to ever have a closer again after Kenny Jensen? If he's going to go elsewhere too? That's my question. I want you guys' answers.
Well, I'm thinking from just judging by how the team has looked ever since 2018. It seems like it seems like it's been like patchwork stuff. It's like, okay, well, we're deficient in this area. Well, we'll try to fill the holes that way and put a Band-Aid on it. It doesn't matter if it's a cleanup hitter, a number 3 hitter, relief pitching, starting pitching, closer, any position player. It seems like it's been okay. Well, we'll put the Band-Aid on it. And I think we can roll from there. I think we can compete, and maybe contend if we can have all the ducks lined up in a row. But I think we need to put the Band-Aid on these pieces, and we'll just patchwork our way through. And I think that's what you're seeing with the Red Sox. And unfortunately, you're getting the desired effects, the up and down performance that you've been seeing from them, definitely this year. Mm-hmm.
I got a question for Wise. This is a serious question. Why is Aaron Boone being known for being ejected than what the Yankees are doing this season?
Serious question, and you laugh. Okay. Well, they're just as up and down as the Red Sox are. And it looks like that's what we're going to leave it there. So where can the people find you, Mr. David 3000, and what do you have on tap on the network?
Well, you can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, David 3000 Network. The Dog Crew Podcast, the baseball show, 3 p.m. Thursday nights. We have our fall schedule almost, not almost up, but we're getting there for September. I wish Snowman was here so I can ask him something about that. But what else is coming up here on the schedule? Blockbusters is coming up. I mean, season 1 is done, but that season 2 will come in September. We are bringing Truckers Wild and Tic-Tac-Toe as a new series in September as well. What we're doing here, folks, is, with the fall schedule, we're trying to involve more people to our network schedule so that way we can, enjoy each other's content, company, and just try to grow more. That's what we're doing here with this network. Me and Jason have been growing since, around December-ish. So, if you guys have any shows or play-by-play stuff, just message me. Wise, if you got any shows. Ryan, if you got any shows, just message me. Oh, there's Snowman.
I had to chase down my dog.
Oh my god!
I let her out during the break, and we got about 2 acres here. And
Hey, Snowman. Snowman, did you at least did you heard some of my rant there? Did you heard some of it?
I'll replay. I'll cut it and replay it
because I had a wall of things off my chest.
I bet. I bet
because,
with what's going on with the Red Sox, weren't they?
Yeah.
Weren't they competitive?
Real quick before
for one part of the year, or did I miss that?
Yeah, they were, but they've been streaking.
Were being the operative word.
You talking about back in May?
Mm-hmm.
And Bauer Snowman, sorry for your loss, by the way. I messaged you that the other day.
Thank you.
And will it be around tonight for the meeting? Since you were
no, I have a call tonight.
No, yeah,
I believe I have a call tonight.
Yeah,
I got Houston and Baltimore tonight from Camden Yards.
Yeah.
So I'll be.
So,
I will definitely be taking care of that. We're due for a break.
Hopefully next week.
Yes, we'll leave it there. Thank you, David 3000.
Thank you, David.
Wonderful as always. And when we come back, we're gonna touch on some NFL. 49ers, Rams, anyone?
Patriots.
We'll be right back after this. Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson with the
back in the deuce.
Right after this. Thank you, David.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
I'm in another lane. I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing next-level pro wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Because we take this job so serious.
The f*** is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Can you play that one again?
That would never get old for me.
Can you play that one? It won't get old for me either. None of these brilliant creations of Cole Johnson, the bump backs, will never get old. Can you play that one again?
It's just why that's going straight down.
Because we take this job so serious.
The f*** is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
You know it's something when Wise says that, Cole edits that, and then Chris Bass backs it up. That's something.
And that came off a creation Cole made that is actually apropos to play for Wise's Yankees right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Wise for the Yankees and David 3000 for the Red Sox. Both are taking huge.
A horrid understatement. Speaking of,
that would never get old, man.
That would never get old. Speaking of never get old,
I guess we got to talk the NFC West, which is appropriate, I guess, because something's happening this week.
Yeah, but before we get,
I did that on purpose because it seems like the two people that are sharing this screen with me love to do this to this wonderful program.
but we haven't gone off the rails yet.
I mean, now if you got a certain video ready for me.
I know you haven't gone off the rails yet. I planned for it not to go off the rails because I said, okay, if they really want to go off the rails, they will probably not want to go off of them when they talk about subjects they know very well.
Especially playmakers with this one.
Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. The Rams know the feeling as they reached their mountaintop and won Super Bowl 56.
Rings for the Rams! A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
However, this past season was a complete opposite.
Well, running it back is officially done.
But the road to greatness isn't marked by perfection, but the ability to consistently overcome adversity and failure. The playmaker down in silence here, the host of Rambley Talk. Everything you need to know and want to hear about the Los Angeles Rams, the playmaker style. Every Thursday on all streaming platforms.
That's right. Rambley Talk is back. And
It
you'll
sure
catch it
is.
this coming Thursday. Congrats, sir.
Thank you. Congratulations to Playmaker.
Returns this Thursday. Season preview, where I'll be previewing the first 4 games of the season for the Rams, which includes the Snowman's 49ers.
Week 2.
No, why do you
we get him week 2 and week 18.
Why do you feel so despondent when you say that?
I'll go with the joke. Yeah, Playmaker. Why do you sound so despondent when you're talking about that particular game?
I'm gonna give you one of the lines that's on the San Francisco slate that I wrote.
Yes.
They have won 8 straight regular season games over the Los Angeles Rams. That is 4 regular season sweeps.
But
y'all got us when it counted.
Well,
okay.
You do have the most important win,
2021 NFC Championship game. But take heart though, Playmaker. At least it's not that you haven't beat a team since 2015.
It's not that you don't have a quarterback that's thrown for 4,000 yards in a season yet. Chicago Bears, I'm looking at you. I looked that up. When someone said to me, the Bears have not had a 4,000-yard passer, I looked it up. Mm-hmm. They don't.
Like I said, if in the more than 100 years of a franchise, you can actually say the best quarterback they've ever had is Jim McMahon.
It's Jim
and
McMahon.
No slight to him. He was a really good quarterback, but that's the best one they had.
But the
that
problem
is saying something.
But the problem with Jim McMahon, and we've talked about this, he was oft injured.
Yes.
He was oft injured. He didn't start the NFC Championship game in 1984. Steve Fuller did. Matter of fact, Steve Fuller played both those playoff games against Washington, in Washington, and against San Francisco.
And San Francisco.
And the 49ers kicked his ass 23-0.
I want to thank you two gentlemen because by being on this show and seeing how y'all operate, gave me an idea of how I want to operate. That's about all my podcasts now. And Cole helped me out getting ready for Rambley Talk season 4.
And that's and Cole is just take a bow, Cole. Just take a bow. Because we've run out of superlatives. We'll invent some.
To be honest, Cole, you about to start getting treated like I treat Steph Curry because I'm running out of words to describe him. I'm running out of words to describe him.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Playmaker, I do have a question. Is there a time that your episodes of Rambley Talk will come out on Thursday? Is there a time?
I haven't figured one out yet, but I know for the most part it'll be in the early afternoon part, somewhere between.
Let me know because I will play it on Snowman Multimedia. I'll set up a time where I can run every Thursday episode because my 49ers show will debut this week also.
So that's this week, and then next week y'all might see another video next week. I'm just letting you know something else is happening next week.
I got a few up my sleeve myself. To the Rams. Does Stetson Bennett get more playing time than Matthew Stafford?
No.
And I'm not talking about the preseason.
No, we're not. We're talking regular season, weeks 1 through 18.
Unless Stafford gets hurt, no.
I disagree.
No.
So you
crazy thing.
Matter of fact, I have a wilder take, and this one probably won't happen. Yeah, you know where I'm going.
I'm laughing at Wise.
Wise.
Oh, there you go. And what do you call Playmaker Cole? Let's hear it.
What the hardest working content creator that I know? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Remy Talk's coming back, and then there's another show coming next week. So yes.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for it.
And Cole helped me put that one together too.
He sure did.
And I'm gonna be off and running. Wise, you better stay tuned because it's gonna go.
Same here, man. Same here.
Oh, trust me, Snowman and Cole, they already got the video for that one too. I think y'all gonna like that one more. That one is.
Ouch! Sorry. Y'all weren't supposed to hear that.
So next week I'll let y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some information.
You got a 5-second tease.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
with Matthew
and Wise hit us with this.
And here's the question that Wise asked. Now, he thinks Trey Lance will be the starting QB of the 49ers. Now, I know that our 49er aficionado / insider disagrees with that statement. And why do you disagree with it, sir?
First of all, to answer Wise, give me the Bishop, please.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So,
will Trey Lance be the starting quarterback?
Do you think Trey?
Wait, say it, Playmaker. Say it.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
Playmaker, let's try that again. Playmaker, please ask the question again.
Will Trey Lance be the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers?
Bishop.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
I will explain why.
I know the idea behind it. That was your first round pick.
Yep.
That was the go-to.
And it was a waste.
Unfortunately, Mr. Irrelevant became relevant.
Very much so. I will explain why Trey Lance will never be the starting quarterback for the 49ers, and it's a mechanical issue. If you look at the way he was throwing before his injury, it was over the top. Now he's throwing 3/4 or sidearm, and he's still missing his targets. And I mean, he's missing them bad. I love the fact that he changed his motion and changed part of his mechanics, but from what I've seen on the practice field, it ain't working.
I would say Brock Purdy was cleared for all football activities.
Yep, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, we weren't even sure he was going to be cleared at this point in time for all football.
We weren't sure he was going to play at all. We weren't sure he was going to be. It's like you said, Playmaker. We weren't sure he was going to be cleared at all. Now we got our franchise quarterback.
But Sam Darnold's the best QB they have on the roster.
Who told this lie?
Can I get Dolomite?
Please. Thank you, Playmaker. Please, can we get Dolomite for this?
Oh my God.
I love that double play. I absolutely love that double play.
That's no man.
Can we get it again? And why Zuna is just a mess with me. Can we get that double play again, please? Kind sir.
Is trolling right now.
Oh yeah, and he's trying his best to get even with me for trolling.
And
he's trying his
who's
best.
the troll now?
Sing it, Cole.
He's a troll.
Troll.
He's a troll.
Troll.
He's a troll. Wise knows that he's a troll. Oh my gosh.
Brock
Beautiful
Purdy
job, Wise.
is hey, Wise. Mwah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Brock Purdy is the future for the 49ers right now. And we said that after the Tampa Bay game last year and some of the styles of throws that he makes. There's one advantage mechanically that Brock Purdy has over Trey Lance. Mobility. Brock Purdy can move. Oh, Lord. Here he goes again. Here he goes again.
Oh.
I'm going to take a nap
like Tim Anderson.
Down goes Tim Anderson.
I love it. I love it. Down goes Anderson. Down goes.
When I heard that call,
Once again,
he really did that.
Yes, he did. Once again, Wise, in your honor. Cole, let's hit it. Use a troll. For Wise.
No.
I love you, Wise. Use a troll. Troll. Use a troll. Troll. Use a troll. I said that use a troll. Chef's kiss to Wise. Oh, boy. 47 after the hour, 13 before the next hour with the playmaker and the man they call Cole Sports. And, of course, the cast of thousands in the Fanatics feedback zone.
Gotta get this in with Cole.
Go ahead.
First off, WWE, Detroit, great job Saturday night.
Awesome job.
That was a good SummerSlam. Very good SummerSlam.
To me, the best in terms of how they displayed it. Best one since '92.
Yeah.
It wasn't
And
the
they had
greatest.
Not the best card. Not the best card, but that's the best presentation since '92.
The '92 one, I think that was in London, was it not?
It was
it at Wembley Stadium? And the
Yeah.
Road Warriors rode to the ring with motorcycles.
Yeah,
Now,
to me,
me and
that's
Cole, we say this after every pay-per-view, and I'm gonna say it again. That got darn Logan Paul.
that dude is an athlete par excellence, and now he actually has great wrestling psychology for someone who has just picked up the sport maybe 2 years ago.
Opened the show
Beautifully.
and kicked it off with a bang with Ricochet.
I mean, Ricochet did his thing too, but yeah, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I can't. There was maybe for the exception of the what he calls the Hogan Paul move, where he does the big boot and he did like a split that normally you see women do. Maybe for that exception, there was one thing I could say that I could have faulted him for. I mean, he checked all the boxes.
He did.
That was a great way to kick off SummerSlam.
It was.
Put on the show to start.
Yes.
The show.
So we're gonna so we know we're gonna be seeing that match again.
Oh yeah, rematch is in the works.
Cole, take a bow. You get to take a bow, sir. Io Sky. I called it. I hate that I called it. You ever had those instances when you call something but you hate it that you called it when you actually see it happen in real time? I called the cash and happening. But
I told you Bronco was gonna win it and Io was gonna cash in.
59,194.
Yeah.
At
Ford Field. Io's cashing in after this match, and then she cashed in on Bianca. Now, I love the way they did it though. I absolutely love the way.
Yeah, it protected Bianca. That was cool how they did that, and Io got her moment to boot. So that was awesome.
Yep.
And that was actually a really good match. Probably the best one on the card, actually.
Bianca's injured. Took full advantage of it. You can't say Bianca lost. It's a caveat to it. She was on the match.
Yeah, that's right. So Bianca got protected with the cash in, and And that was a great match between her, Asuka, and Charlotte.
I like the finish. I love the finish.
The finish was great. I did not suspect that finish, but that was cool.
A great finish. Finn Balor, I have to blame you, sir. I can't blame Damian Priest. I have to blame you.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
All right. So I'll throw this question back at you, Playmaker. It is very difficult for Seth Rollins and Finn Balor to have bad matches. You would agree with that, right?
Yes, I'll agree with that.
Wasn't the. I know why you asked me that. That was not the best match. Well, that was better than Money in the Bank.
Oh no, it was better than that match, yes. But
that was better than Money in the Bank.
But you would think with wrestlers of that caliber that they would be one of those steal the show types of thing, like Savage Steamboat in WrestleMania 3. You would think that they would have that moment where they would go out and they say, we want to be the best match on the card. We don't care what's on the card, and we want to blow it away. And they've been underwhelming for some reason.
And I think the problem is they trying to recreate what happened 7 years ago.
Yeah, I think they've been hammering home that part too hard. Yeah.
Trying too hard.
Like Speaking 7 years is a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
To try to recreate something. So that's what they've been trying to do. And what they doing with Damian Priest, I actually like. Dude.
Oh.
All right. I told you get first shot. I come out there. I'm trying to help you win the match. I'm doing everything in my power to get you to win.
Yep.
But you're the one that's having a problem.
Now, how I would love to see this happen. I would love for Finn to win.
Yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship. And Priest cashes in on him.
Priest gonna cash in at some point.
He's gonna cash in. I would like for him to. He's gonna cash in. I would love to have him cash in on Balor.
I love the look Damian Priest had when the match was over. He had that disgust look. Like, really?
Yeah, sort of the. You only had one job, dude. You only had one job.
And I was helping you trying to get that job done. The rest of the team was out here trying to help you get that job done.
Yeah.
And
Lordy.
Now, real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to echo what Triple H said. Brock Lesnar don't get the credit he deserves.
Man.
No, he doesn't.
For the exception of when Forfield went ballistic with LA Knight winning that Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
Best moment of the card.
Yeah.
Was the respect that Lesnar showed Cody. And the story they told was brilliant. Because they made Brock the bully in that match.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sort of like it was sort of like the
and
okay.
Cody would not die.
I don't think it was sort of like Lesnar was saying to Cody, I don't think you're tough enough. So I'm going to put you through the paces and I'm going to beat you to within the inch of your life. And Cody just kept coming back for more and kept coming back for more, kept coming back for more. And it wasn't cheap how they did it. They actually told the story beautifully. And even the finish was good because I was like, cool. It wasn't that Cody hit Brock with one of his finishes and that was it.
Right.
It was literally Brock Lesnar saying, stay out the ring.
Yeah, stay out the ring.
Stay there. Do what's best for you. Cody would not die.
Nope.
And at the end, it was sort of like, okay, use a tough son of a gun. All right.
Pretty much. You know what they recreated? They recreated Undertaker and Jeff Hardy.
Basically.
Yeah.
Except Hardy lost that
Cody
match.
won,
But yeah.
even though Jeff lost his. But the fact that Jeff Hardy would not stay down after everything Undertaker put him through.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ain't nothing else for me to do right now.
Yeah.
The same thing with Brock. Brock was like, I did everything.
Yeah. You took my best shot. You took every one of my best shots, and you still kept coming. Yeah. Best moment of the night to me.
Cody Rocket has set Be prepared. WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes is taking that title.
He's getting that. Yeah, he's getting that title now from Reigns. Because I don't know how else you can be put on any better and any bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I said it that way, because
the main event.
We should have seen it coming.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming. You know I saw that coming. Because what did I tell you weeks before?
Yeah, because this is when I say full circle, literally full circle. Because I think people forgot how this thing started.
Yeah. 3 years ago is when it started.
Jimmy is the reason why the bloodline began. It's really Jimmy the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in the I Quit match in the HIAC, Jay, when Jimmy was in the guillotine by Roman, quit because he did not want his brother to suffer any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why the bloodline was formed. Because Jay was forced to be part of the bloodline. It wasn't called the bloodline back then. But basically, Jay had to fall in line whatever Roman wanted to do.
At the expense of saving his saving his brother.
At the expense of saving his own. Yeah, he was injured at the time, but he did at the expense of saving his own brother.
Yeah.
Here we are 3 years later.
Jimmy is the reason why Jay left the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Night of Champions. When Jimmy decided to super kid run because he had enough.
Mm-hmm.
More than enough.
So, I'm doing what you should have did a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, and he actually said that in the ring. Yeah, he actually said that.
And now Jimmy is the reason why Roman Reigns is still the tribal chief.
Oh, and here's the brilliant part of the story that I wish they kept under wraps a little bit. The moment when Roman actually said to Jay, he said, who had the problem with you being the main event Jey Uso? It wasn't me. Wasn't a wise man, Paul Heyman. Wasn't a wise man. He was the one that came up with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was alluding to this was Jimmy having a problem with Jay getting the spotlight that he was getting 3 years ago when Jimmy was injured.
Yeah, because Solo wasn't nowhere around at the time.
Yeah, Solo wasn't anywhere around. The part after when Jay said, "Is it true?" to his brother, I wish they would have had an interruption of some sort of, that doesn't matter right now, or we don't have to discuss that at the moment. Something to not have Jimmy actually say to Jay then, yeah, it was me. Yeah, it's true. Because I would love for that to have, I love that to have been kept under wraps until Friday. When he comes out and he explains why, I would have loved for him to say, yeah, I always had a problem with you, and I had a problem with you being called main event Jey. So I wish they kept that under wraps until Friday.
Yeah.
Otherwise, brilliant storytelling again.
All right, folks, we got to go. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
they are simply not big enough. Thank you, Playmaker.
And for the Playmaker and for Cole Johnson and everybody in the feedback zone, Bronze Sexual Confessions tomorrow, and we're loaded and ready. We are out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. So long, everybody. I'm the greatest player of all time. Chief.
And catch the Snowman doing play-by-play tonight. First pitch is 7:05 Eastern. Pre-game is 6:50 Eastern. Tonight, the Orioles hosting the Astros. They'll begin their 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. That is at youtube.com/the @ Snowman Multimedia. Tonight, 6:50 Eastern. See ya.